Mamai Flabo! Mamai Gros Islet! Mamai Grande Riviere! Bonsoir! Good evening, my brothers and sisters. The energy in this crowd tonight makes me want to declare that the campaign for the elections of this year has begun. And if Kenny will not ring the bell, we have rung the bell for him tonight. I am happy to report to you this evening that our family, the United Workers' Party, the party of workers, is energized and ready. We are renewed, we are reinvigorated, and we are ready to assume the mantle of leadership in this blessed country of ours. We have had our challenges, but we are not like the other party that sweeps its challenges under the rug and relies on PR and spin to twist the facts. We heard your voice asking for changes in our party. And whilst we made them, they played out in the full view of all and sundry. But we never lost sight of what it was that brought all of us together in the first place. Our confidence in St. Lucia, our commitment to fulfilling the full potential to the benefit of us all. As a party, we're forced to do some introspection. We needed to modernize and renew our commitment to each other and to the cause of our country. We had to make the difficult decision to move on without certain elements who were not committed to that cause. Amazingly, some of those same elements that were thought to be unworthy and disgraceful while in the United Workers' Party have now found themselves in the bosom of the St. Lucia Labour Party, benefiting from hundreds of thousands of dollars in tax waivers and concessions in an apparent exchange for publicly criticizing this party and its leadership, and in some instances, even standing down from running and endorsing the Labour Party. My fellow St. Lucians, I despise hypocrisy. I despise opportunism. I despise lies and deceit. There will be no strange bedfellows in the United Workers' Party. If they are not committed to working hard for that progress of St. Lucia, then they cannot be good for the party that I have been given the honor to lead. So we are here this evening, ladies and gentlemen, to report to you that we are ready to govern. And our readiness could not have come at a better time and more opportune time for St. Lucia. Our beloved Helen of the West has never been in the state that it finds itself today. Not only are our infrastructure and economy in a state, but what's even worse is the psychological impact and the failures of Kenny Anthony government is having on the psyche of our people. The dreams and aspirations of our citizens are being frustrated, and in many instances have been completely dashed. For the first time in my life, I'm encountering ordinary St. Lucians who no longer believe in St. Lucia. Persons who have lost all faith in government and in politicians. Persons who are on the verge and are indeed many persons who have given up on the possibility of a successful life in St. Lucia. You do not need me to tell you. St. Lucia is severely broken and is no longer working for the vast majority of St. Lucians, and in particular, our youth, who are the most vulnerable. I have one-on-one discussions with St. Lucian families every day, and I am saddened by the number of young and middle-aged persons who are seriously contemplating migrating from St. Lucia to countries that 20 years ago were doing far worse than St. Lucia. Kenny Anthony is dancing to the song. But does he really realize what it takes to be a true champion of the people? When 3 out of every young St. Lucians are telling you they see no future in this country and like more and would like more than they would like more nothing. They would like nothing more than a one-way ticket far, far away. This depresses me greatly because I believe that this country, and I believe we all can be champions. But this requires strong leadership, hard work, discipline, teamwork, commitment, and most importantly, a great vision. My brothers and sisters, we are here with you tonight to say to you that we feel your anguish and we have heard your plea. We share your concern and anxiety, and this United Workers' Party is ready to work with you to take our country back. We are ready to serve you. We are ready for the challenges. We will make no excuses. We will only provide you with solutions. To all our young, talented, brilliant St. Lucians who dream big, tonight I urge you to put a hold on those plans to leave St. Lucia, to snap out of that depression and the thoughts of suicide. Do not walk away from your mortgage or your car loan. Do not give up on the single, unsustainable job you currently have. Tonight, we're here in Grande Riviere and in the constituency of Gros Islet to say to you that the people of this constituency and to all St. Lucia that you must hold on. Hold on, for hope and the change you seek are on the way. Tonight, you've heard from some of the experienced as well as some of the new talent within United Workers' Party. Who better to signal a readiness for the task this evening than our former Prime Minister, the Honorable Stephen King. He understands the cries of the ordinary St. Lucian. Stephen King has been to the top of the mountain, but he never lost the common touch. While others are proclaiming themselves as champions, Stephen King still sees himself as a servant to the people. Wanting only to champion the cause of those in need. We heard a few moments ago from Leonard Spider Montoute, your former and next parliamentarian representative for the constituency of Gros Islet. Others make scheduled appearances at funerals and graduations, but not Spider Montoute. He made things happen when he was in a position of authority and responsibility to make those things happen. Leonard Spider Montoute is passionate about the development of the communities of this Gros Islet constituency and is eager to get back in there and champion the cause of his people. And to the people of Gros Islet, I want you to know, I pledge my support to him in furtherance of the goals which this party has set together with Spider Montoute to take this constituency to the next level and to champion your cause. By comparison, the SLP leadership are champions of their own interest and causes. Indeed, they have championed the causes of their families, supporters, and financiers. Some have even championed their own causes. But sadly, when I walk the streets of St. Lucia and interact with ordinary St. Lucians, it is painful to see, and once again, that this St. Lucia Labour Party, under the leadership of Kenny Anthony, has not championed the cause of those who are in the greatest need. Amazingly, when you go around St. Lucia today, it's not only Flabo who are crying out. Many who voted for and who have remained loyal to the Labour Party over the years are expressing how these past 4 years have been equally bitter for them. And they now blame, and they know that the blame can only be placed on their leadership. I ask you tonight, who increased water by 66%? Who? Who reduced the subsidies on rice, flour, and sugar? Who reduced the subsidies for the school feeding program? Kenny. Who reduced the subsidies for the school transportation program? Kenny. Who increased the tuition at Sir Arthur Lewis College? Kenny. Who made pensioners pay property tax? Kenny. Who lied about the gas tax? Kenny. Who has destroyed the reputation of St. Lucia? Kenny. Who said he would never sell passports? Kenny. Who has sold diplomacy? Kenny. Who has destroyed agriculture? Kenny. Who has not opened the new hospitals? Kenny. Who increased the license fees for vehicles? Kenny. Who implemented VAT and who refused to remove VAT on medicine until the United Workers' Party pressured him? Kenny. And I just heard, who is going to raise gas prices tomorrow morning? Kenny. Who is the worst prime minister this country has ever had? Who must go? I want you to think, who is benefited? Only the families and the financiers of Labour ministers have enjoyed the better days. The majority of St. Lucians have had their worst days under Kenny Anthony and Labour. Wherever I go, the cry is one and the same. It is time for a change. Change is a must. What we need in St. Lucia right now, ladies and gentlemen, is not just any leader or any party. We need a real change that benefits everyone. Our farmers, our teachers and all their support staff, our nurses, our single mothers, our policemen, our civil servants, our construction workers, our youth, our mothers and pensioners. They all need to know, and I promise to them tonight, that help is on the way. Change is coming. It is obvious to all of us, St. Lucia is moving in the wrong direction. The blueprint for growth has not and cannot cater to the needs of the vast majority of St. Lucians. The cynics in our midst would have you believe that all politicians are the same and that a change of government in this country would make no difference. But I say to you tonight, I, Alan Chastanet, your political leader, give you my solemn pledge to serve you. I bring my experience, I bring a team of dedicated workers, and I bring a progressive vision. And I am saying to you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that a vote for Alan Chastanet and this United Workers' Party will start the process of building a new solid foundation with fortified pillars and our focus will be on growth and, most importantly, a fair share for all. There are fundamental differences between Kenny Anthony and Alan Chastanet when it comes to the development of St. Lucia. He believes that he is entitled to revenue. I believe that you must earn revenue. He believes in high taxes. I believe in low taxes. He believes in big government. I believe in an efficient government. He believes in excuses. I believe in solutions. He leads the party of can't. I lead the party of yes, we can. He has destroyed the banana industry along with the farmers. We will build it back. He believes in mediocrity. I believe in excellence. He believes in spending money. I believe in investing money. He believes in a supreme ruler. I believe in democracy and decisions through consensus. He believes in giving man a fish. I believe in teaching a man how to fish. He believes in the labor hacks. I believe in all the people of St. Lucia. I am at a loss to understand how Kenny Anthony could have the audacity to offer himself as a candidate for leadership of this country for a fourth consecutive term, especially given his historic failure as a leader of this country and his reputation as one of the worst prime ministers in the history of CARICOM. The man was brought back here in 1996 as the so-called Great Messiah. Do you remember that? He promised to infuse Labour Party and the country with new ideas and a new focus going forward. But we now know he lacked both the will and the capacity to deliver. I listened to the Prime Minister in cul-de-sac, where he once again tried to sell us on his latest version of the promised land, to make healthcare a priority, an education revolution, to pay CXCs not this year, but next year. Another 4-lane highway. And let us not forget the promise of jobs, jobs, jobs. The promise of better days, the promise of $100 million, or more like 100 million excuses. But I ask you, what about the promise to Mario Michel of leadership after 2 terms? What about the promise to Philip Pierre that he would leave after 3 years? What about the promise to Sir Julian, the governorship that he promised him? Like Mario, Philip, Sir Julian, and all St. Lucians, we are all left holding stones. Go wash to sell.
Hold it there.
Seriously. I want to ask Sir Julian, and in particular, Old Labour, are you persuaded 20 years later that if your party knew then what they know now, that they would have replaced you as the leader of the Labour Party in 1995? What has happened to the values of the Labour Party? For 15 of the last 20 years, Kenny Anthony has been at the helm of government in St. Lucia. Yet in this forthcoming general election campaign, he finds himself still promising yet another vision and plan for the development of the country. 15 years at the helm, and we cannot point to one single sector that one can say Kenny Anthony built or advanced. People of St. Lucia, I'm asking you tonight, after 15 years at the helm of the government of St. Lucia, has Kenny Anthony built a world-class tourism industry? He didn't, but we will. Has Kenny Anthony developed agriculture? He didn't, but we will. Has Kenny improved and modernized healthcare? He didn't, but we will. Has Kenny Anthony pioneered education? He didn't, but we will. Has Kenny Anthony made St. Lucia safer? He didn't, but we will. Has Kenny Anthony improved the state of housing? He didn't, but we will. Has Kenny Anthony created permanent and meaningful employment opportunities for the young people of this country? He didn't, but I will. My fellow St. Lucians, this is the most important decision to consider in the upcoming campaign. Kenny Anthony has not given us, and he never intended to give us, better days. He should be ashamed of himself because he sees nothing wrong with St. Lucia as it is. He sees nothing wrong with the poverty plaguing our nation. He sees nothing wrong with the mothers having to come to him to beg for food and school books for their children. He thinks he is doing them a favor. But these are basic human rights which civilized society must provide. Kenny sees nothing in our country Kenny sees nothing wrong with the illiteracy in our country or the social ills becoming more prevalent. Each day, he sees nothing wrong with the rising level of crime, the unabated violence against women, the rising debt, the rising unemployment, in particular amongst the youth. He sees nothing wrong with the breakdown of the police force, the judicial system, and the healthcare system. And he sees nothing wrong because these issues do not affect him. It is we who pay the price. When Jadia needed medical care, did he send her to Victoria Hospital? No. No. But it was our taxpayer dollars which were used to send her to Martinique. And it is our taxpayer dollars paying for Leo Clark's daughter to attend a private school in Washington, D.C. at the cost of hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. And at the same time, he's paying Leo Clark's daughter's school fees. He cut the subsidy on transportation to our kids. And he cut the subsidy to the school feeding program. The man is unconscionable. And so when I say that he sees nothing wrong, it is because he has done absolutely nothing to address these issues. There is no sense of urgency on his part that these ills must be fixed. All we get are lying excuses and the blame game. These are the things which should cause a nation's leader to have sleepless nights. I am the son of Michael Chastanet. I do not wait for things to happen. I make things happen. I walk the streets of St. Lucia every day. I go canvassing with the various candidates, and I encounter communities in this country that are almost in the same circumstance, or in some cases, far worse than they were 20 years ago when Kenny Anthony assumed the leadership of this country. 20 years later, communities across St. Lucia are crying out for help. After 20 years of the worst example of leadership and decision-making in St. Lucia, Kenny Anthony now has the gall to ask for a fourth term. We all know where there is no vision, the people will perish. Kenny Anthony does not have a clear vision or any ambition for our children or this island. That is why he has achieved nothing after 20 years. Do you believe that he now has a vision for Vieux Fort? Do you believe that he has a vision for our farmers? Do you believe he has a vision for the youth of this country? Do you believe that he has a vision for St. Lucia? I am saying to the people of St. Lucia tonight that Kenny Anthony is a hoax, a failure. He was given an unprecedented mandate by the voters. 16-1, 14-3, and now 11-6. But he has dismally failed to deliver anything. I'm saying to you, the citizens of St. Lucia, that this United Workers' Party, under my watch, with our new team of candidates, shall develop this country. Indeed, just as Sir John Compton and his team of builders over 4 decades ago. We are not satisfied with the quality of education in this country today. We are not satisfied with the quality of healthcare. We are not proud of the housing stock. We're not persuaded that we have fully utilized the opportunities of both cruise and land tourism. The Caribbean is only 1.5% of the world tourism. In other words, St. Lucia is less than 2%. So in other words, there is a lot of opportunity for St. Lucia to grow. Tourism is our most globally competitive industry. It is an industry that will create more demand for our agricultural and manufactured products. Tourism brings the world to our doorstep and is a platform to promote the best from St. Lucia. For tourism to be successful, We need to build an authentic tourism product, which means we have to encourage more St. Lucians to be involved as entrepreneurs. We still have a program to ensure our nationals be given access to viable land and the requisite resources to be successful. UWP is equally not satisfied with the level of technological advancement and the priority given to agriculture. St. Lucia today should be producing more of what it consumes and should also be exporting to our neighboring islands. So, brothers and sisters, the case will be made in the coming weeks for the election of the United Workers' Party to office. We're bringing to you an excellent blend of youth and experience. We're bringing to you a well thought out and packaged set of ideas for the salvation of this country. We're saying this evening that we have to chart a new path forward if St. Lucia is to be developed to its fullest potential. St. Lucia, in its present state, cannot meet the needs and expectations of our population. Worse yet, we are falling behind the rest of the world. In short, things are just not right in sweet St. Lucie. Too many of our people have been marginalized and are made to feel like outsiders in our own country. We're saying tonight that we need to build a new St. Lucia. A St. Lucia that is fair and just. A St. Lucia where hard work and a positive attitude brings progress, fulfillment, and financial reward for all. I'm saying to you this evening that over the last 3 years, we have worked hard as a party to sensitize ourselves to the changes that are required. We have embraced the vision of a new approach to national development. Leonard Spider Montoute is a senior member of this team. He is eager to resume the work he started. He will return sensitive, compassionate, and meaningful representation to this constituency. I'm saying to the voters of Gros Islet constituency that there is a united team, a new vision with a renewed commitment to grow St. Lucia. I am saying to you that Kenny Anthony has failed and will continue to fail because he is incapable of delivering the type of visionary leadership that is required. There is nothing in another Kenny Anthony victory for the people of Gros Islet. He failed you once. He failed you twice. And now he has failed you for the third time. He and Emma have not delivered better days, jobs, good government, or transparency. Emma has never once stood up and fought against any of Kenny's oppressive policies. Where was Emma when Kenny implemented the 15% VAT, which crippled our economy? Where was Emma when he put VAT on medication and when Kenny implemented the gas tax? Did she stand up and fight for the constituency of Gros Islet when he raised the property taxes, when he saddled the nation with outrageous costs for bridges? What did Emma say or do when our country was mired in scandal after the Lambert's Academy fallout and Jufali affair? And what is she saying now about the gaming machine she promised would no longer be operational under her watch? What is she saying about the implications to our nation if we lose the Grindberg case? A decision taken solely by Kenny Anthony and ultimately could potentially bankrupt St. Lucia. As Rick Wayne said, not a word, Not a word, not a word. I am asking you, the voters in Gros Islet and the wider St. Lucia this evening, to come and be part of this movement for change. Real change starts with you. Real change starts with your voice and ultimately your vote. Come join the workers, come join our party of proven builders, and let's commit to working together to build a new St. Lucia, the best St. Lucia for all of us. I thank you very much for coming out. I look forward to your support. I look forward to seeing you at the next meeting. And let us make sure that when Kenny Anthony rings that bell, we are ready to say to him, Kenny, you must go. Thank you.